After Kenya's independence in 1963, China carried out the largest construction project in its history. A train line worth $13.8 billion. That stretches from China to Africa. It aims to connect 5 countries in East Africa with the train line that will pass through Kenya. China will build a railway linking 5 countries in Africa for $13.8 billion. The train line will be built by China Road and Bridge Operator Company. Chinese banks cover 90% of railway financing, which will link Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, and South Sudan. A significant part of the railway will be built on the territory of Kenya. With the project, the trip to the Kenyan capital, Nairobi and Mombasa, will be scaled back. It is a city on the coast of the Indian Ocean, from 12 hours to 4 hours. It is reported that 75% of the railway line between Nairobi and Mombasa has been completed. Trains running on this railway can speed up to 120 kilometers per hour. In 2015, $1 billion was invested in railways on the African continent, in order to connect the entire African continent by railways. By 2025, $200 billion is expected to be spent on railways in Africa. Most of these projects are implemented by Chinese companies. Among the most recent of these projects, it is a project signed by China with Kenya to link its most important port, Mombasa, to the capital, Nairobi, as part of a grand plan to connect several capitals in East Africa together in the future. According to CIMIA, China is also seeking through this to open up new markets and facilitate the transportation of its goods within these countries. The poor state of the infrastructure may reduce its ability to import. Instead, he oversaw the construction of the train network lines connecting China, Laos, and Thailand, which are gradually taking shape. And in South America, China has also invested in metro lines in the Brazilian capital Brasilia, and the train lines in the Argentine capital, Buenos Aires. Since 2013, the Chinese president put forward the idea of rebuilding the Silk Road economic belt. Chinese merchants have used it since ancient times to reach the markets of Europe and Africa in an initiative called the Belt and Road. China's cooperation with various countries comes in the field of infrastructure. As part of this initiative to connect China with its various markets, an increasing number of African countries are signatories to the Belt and Road Initiative. It has achieved the integrated development of Sino-European freight train as well as e-commerce. Cross the border by building a fast and efficient freight train between China and Europe, and the use of a comprehensive cross-border e-commerce service platform to do cross-border trade. The dry port also achieved the same customs clearance efficiency as the coastal areas, which increased the logistical radiation capacity. Statistics from the Customs Administration showed that China-Europe Express, Guangzhou, it has linked 5 border ports with a cumulative value of 16.2 billion yuan in imports and exports. So far, the Sino-European train in Guangzhou, Jiangxi, covered 5 countries in Central Asia and 151 cities in 22 countries in Europe. The total number of trains between China and Europe, Asia, has exceeded 1,000. In your opinion, how far will China build railways? And here we come to the end of the video. Share the video and subscribe to the channel.